Well, as you could see, it is much sunnier right now than it was at this time yesterday. I'm standing at the West Street North exit of Highway 11, which is the furthest, or the last exit, I should say, that is open for Highway 11, because the highway is closed all the way up north to Huntsville, which is about, give or take, an hour and a half away or so from Aurelia, an hour, hour and a half. And yeah, as you can see behind me, the highways are clear, and yeah, just you're seeing those images as well of hundreds of drivers, tractor trailers on the highway, and people digging themselves out of nearly a meter of snow. Environment Canada told me that the storm total for Gravenhurst was 140 centimeters of snow, and in Bracebridge, that storm total was 125 centimeters of snow. So again, much sunnier conditions down here in Aurelia, however, but it is still a winter wonderland up north, closer to Gravenhurst and up in Bracebridge.
Yeah, my goodness. Sheesh. 140 centimeters of snow. I can't even imagine. That sounds, well, and it looks just, well, looks like winter. I'll tell you that right now. Now, Mike, we're also hearing some incredible stories about people going out of their way to rescue people stranded on the highway. Tell us more about that.
Well, of course, emergency crews, they are, doing as much as they can to get as many people off the highway as possible. That's what OPP, Bracebridge Fire, and officials have told me. And one big issue to their efforts, though, has been the lack of electricity. There have been tens of thousands of people without power yesterday, and that impeded their efforts overnight. But yes, there were plenty of really interesting rescue stories, as you mentioned. I spoke to a couple of people up north who lived there, and one of which was trying to catch a flight out of Pearson, and unfortunately they couldn't make it, of course. But there's also a snowmobiler who went up and down the highway providing aid on his snowmobile and support to those that were stranded. But yeah, the person that could not make it to Pearson, it was actually their boyfriend that had a residence in Muskoka, and they came to rescue them. And here's what they have to say.
There's no way that I can sit at home on my couch, at night, knowing there's people on the highway just a few kilometers away that could be cold. I'm a new father myself, but I was just thinking, if anyone has a baby in the car or young children, they could be in a really uncomfortable situation. So if there's anything we can do to lend a hand.
We hopped out of the car, and we thought the only way we could get to my girlfriend to help her was to actually climb through and scale through a little forest with about waist-high snow, and hop onto the highway ourselves. We walked about 30 minutes up that standstill highway with all the cars around us until we finally met with her, and we brought her back. We took her back the same way through the forest, and we got her back to...
Now, a spokesperson from OPP told me that crews are continuing to implement a all-hands-on-deck response. Most passenger vehicles have been cleared, but they are still working on clearing several transports off the road, including that individual with horses. And tractor trailers are asked to use Highway 35. Those that are low on fuel are asked to park in a safe area until they could have safe access to fuel, whether it be brought to them or they go to a gas station safely themselves. And lastly, OPP are asking anyone only in life-threatening situations to call 911. Any non-emergency or non-life-threatening situations have to call the non-emergency number, and that is 1-888-310-1122.
All right, CTV's Mike Lang, thank you very much for this, Mike. I'll let you get back to it, back to somewhere warm. I'm sure it's pretty chilly out there right now. Thanks again.
Thank you.